The NBA has an outstanding crop of rookies this season, but we're not going to be talking about any of the guys at the top. We're going to be talking about some more of the underrated NBA rookies of this year. And I'm not even going to be talking about guys like OG Anunoby, who you could say is underrated, but I think a lot of people know him. A similar one could be Bam Adebayo. I think there's even another level of underrated rookies this year, which shows you just how deep this year's class really is. And we are going to start with Bogdan Bogdanovic of the Sacramento Kings, who was drafted by the Phoenix Suns with the 27th overall pick way back in the 2014 NBA draft. He was traded to the Sacramento Kings, or his rights were traded to the Kings, and they finally brought him over this season after playing overseas. Bogdanovic, he is an older rookie, so he's more NBA ready than most first-year guys are, with his outside shot, his ball handling, and his overall craftiness and smarts on offense. His passing is also impressive as well. He seems like a very balanced offensive player. I don't know if he'll ever become great in any one area, but I think he could be a guy who puts up 15, 16 a game, shoots well from three, a solid 4 to 6 assists a game, let's say, and you can just kind of run a lot of stuff through him. I mean, if he's your best player, then you got a problem. If he's your third best player, well, then you're looking pretty good as an offensive team. Now, there's a lot of guys on the wing positions for Sacramento, with him, Buddy Hield, and Garrett Temple and the like, so hopefully he can find himself a lot of minutes as this Kings team grows, because it's a young team, and roster spots are going to be tough to come by, but we'll see what happens with him. Next, we have Dillon Brooks of the Memphis Grizzlies, who was drafted by the Houston Rockets with the 45th overall pick in the 2017 draft before the Grizzlies acquired him in a trade. Dillon is 22 years old, and I'm sure the Grizzlies would have loved to have had him about 3 years ago when they were closer to being one of the better teams in the league, because they were desperate for shooting. Dude can shoot. It's got a very good looking stroke, and shooting nearly 40% from three on a solid 2.5 attempts a game. But he also has some really good size at 6'6", 220 pounds. Listed as a small forward, I think he's got potential to be a two guard and maybe even a small ball forward down the road. Maybe not right now, but I mean, when you have that sort of size and you can shoot, who really knows? I do like his fearlessness as well. He seems to not be afraid of attacking inside. I don't know if he's someone that I would ask to run my offense too often, but in terms of spot shooting, attacking closeouts, Dillon Brooks is pretty damn good, and the Grizzlies found themselves some much-needed shooting, even if it might be a little too late. Jarrett Allen is maybe my favorite of these underrated rookies. I mean, all these guys are good, but when you have a 6'10" athletic center who can catch alley-oops, be a rim protector, and make a lot of athletic plays, that's some exciting stuff. We also do have to appreciate the afro. Hopefully he keeps that thing. I have to assume he becomes the Nets starting center by probably next season, because at 19 years old, to have the smarts that he has in terms of offensive rebounding and all the things that a lot of other guys don't want to do, those are some very good signs for Allen. 1.5 offensive rebounds a game, playing under 20 minutes. Seems like Brooklyn has found themselves a Tristan Thompson type of player. And to have him on a rookie deal, that's good stuff. And of course, the Nets have a long way to go with the starting point with Billy King and previous ownership and the trades that they made. But they're beginning to build something pretty okay, if you ask me, with Karis LeVert, Spencer Dinwiddie, D'Angelo Russell, Jarrett Allen at the center position. They should be excited. I think the only question for Jarrett Allen is what he can be on offense, but when it comes to defense and rebounding, he's going to be really good. We head to the Los Angeles Lakers and we look at their shooting guard, Josh Hart, who was selected in the first round, 30th by the Jazz in the 2017 draft. Then he was traded for the Lakers' 28th pick, Tony Bradley. Someone on Twitter made the pun that Josh Hart plays with a lot of heart. I think that's pretty accurate, because while his three-point shot is impressive, he's kind of a madman going to the basket. Whenever he gets the opportunity in transition or just gets a little seam going to the basket, that dude is like a freight train going in there. Now, he's not the biggest dude in the world, but I don't think he really cares. But when he's not doing that, the three-point shot looks very good as well. So if you have a guy who can knock down from outside as well as finish like that around the basket, that is the foundation of a very good offensive player. I think the question would be, where can he go as a ball handler? It's already pretty good. I don't know where he can be in terms of a pick-and-roll player and beating guys off the dribble consistently, but the combination of that three and what he can do with the ball in his hands, he should be good. And the Lakers are doing well in the rookie department. Lonzo Ball, Kyle Kuzma, Josh Hart. And now for the final guy here, the only lottery pick of this thing, Luke Kennard of the Detroit Pistons, who should probably be one of the best shooters in the NBA pretty quickly here. 44% from outside, taking about 2.5 a game, which is not too much, but it's a very good sign, and he was a knockdown shooter in college, so it seems like he's doing exactly what the Pistons thought he was going to do. Typically, white guys from Duke who can shoot, they end up being okay in the NBA. Shout out to JJ Redick. But what does excite me a bit about Kennard, number one is his ability to hit contested three-point shots, and how he can do a little bit more besides just being a spot shooter. Could he be someone who could have cut plays like that off of inbound where he can finish inside? He is 6'6", so that should help him out a bit when it comes to attacking defenses and trying to get into the teeth of the paint. But his foundation is still the outside shot. I think he could be a quality scorer for the Pistons. I think they really need it because they don't really excel at either area of the floor. So to have someone who could really help him out there would be great. And then once again, the big question is, can he develop an all-around game around that jump shot?